Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Spike back again once again, and today we're here for #1 Sentai Gozyuger episode 20. We finally in the 20s. Why does it feel like, I don't know, why does it feel like we should have been here earlier? It feels kind of slow. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But this episode was funny, but it was also sad, but it was also like filler-ish. But it didn't really feel filler-ish. And then we got the show off of that. We got the debut of Fire Candle Shinken Red, which I saw some of the scans for this, and I was like, wow, I don't know why I didn't think that they can also use the rings, with considering the fact that, you know, Garud is also like using the rings to do stuff. Like, I don't know why I didn't think that Bouquet or Fire Candle could use their rings to turn into that. I don't know why I had that thought process, because it looked weird seeing Fire Candle turn into Shinken Red. But yeah, apparently we found Sumino. We found Sumino's sister, Otto. We found her sister, but apparently she doesn't remember Sumino, and it really breaks her heart. And I was so sad, because it's like you have someone that you've been waiting to wake up out of this coma, and then you can't, like, waiting to wake up from this coma, and they don't remember you, and that really did something to me. I'm like, and then her sister's kind of like dense airhead asshole, a-hole. My bad, excuse my language, but it's like, yo, like, I'm your sister, you don't remember me? And the whole theme of this episode is called Garu. And I've seen this a lot. I've seen the whole thing with this type of like this type of style within Japan, this type of streetwear kind of style within Japan. And I didn't think we get it in a Sentai series. I mean, I know we have gotten it in other Sentai series, but I didn't think we were going to get it in this one. And also the No.1 monster for this episode was absolutely just, I wanted it gone. I'm sorry, I wanted it gone. The rest of the Garu stuff was fine, but the Garu on the No.1 monster was, oh my god, oh god, get it out of here. But yeah, basically we found Sumino's sister Otto, and apparently Otto is a ring warrior, and she is also Shinken Red, but she's the girl Shinken Red, which I feel like this is kind of synonymous with the actual Shinkenger, because the original Shinken Red was a girl, and then it eventually became the boy Shinken Red. So it kind of did that in this episode with Otto, you know, getting ambushed by Fire Candle, and then him becoming Shinken Red at the end, because he got this motivation because the queen was like, why you ain't got no rings? And then he was like, oh, because I've been going after, you know, Gozyuger rings. And then she was like, your main objective is to get regular rings. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about the Gozyuger right now. And then he's like, she's right. Like, queen's right. I gotta do better. Yeah. Because he was also kind of jealous that Bouquet had also shown up with 2 rings. And, you know, that's the thing that was kind of going on with that. So that was his motivation for this. I don't know how long he's gonna be Shinken Red, because the episode ends with him becoming Shinken Red and them getting ready to fight him and stuff. But yeah, next episode he is going to be fighting as Shinken Red, and I is it gonna make him stronger? Maybe, because Fire Candle's already kind of, he's like a fight out of suit kind of dude. He's not a monster, but he kind of fights outside of suit kind of guy. And he already has like fire powers, so like, would this buff him? Possibly. I hope so. I love Fire Candle, so I'm ready to see that. I am thoroughly ready to see that. But the thing about with Sumino, Sumino's sister Otto, is that she confirms that it is her, because her little sister had like 3 moles on the back of her neck that kind of became a triangle, and this girl also has the same thing. And yeah, Sumino's whole thing is like, Sumino's whole wish in general is to find her little sister. And then she also brings all this up to Byakuya, talking about the gray-eyed man, and the gray-eyed man was apparently the person who took Sumino. But it seems like Byakuya's, he feels bad about it. Like, he feels bad about something. Like, they were kind of alluding to, like, Byakuya was the one that took Sumino's sister, and I was like, because we haven't touched this plot line in a while, so I kind of forgot about the whole, like, how her sister was taking thing. So we haven't touched that plot point in a while. So I'm just wondering, like, how is that pertaining to Byakuya? I'm really, like, intrigued by that. Like, why Byakuya? What did Byakuya do? Like, I'm pretty sure there's an explanation for all of this. But right now it's just seeming like Byakuya is like a kidnapper. I don't know. And Byakuya doesn't have gray eyes. At what point did you have gray eyes, my boy? You know, but I mean, he was / is an idol. Maybe he had gray contacts on that day or something. I don't know. But at the same time, we haven't touched that plot point in a while, so it was just like, oh, y'all brought this up right here. This is like, we getting 2 Sumino episodes, kind of back to back. Yeah, because the last episode was the detective stuff, and we kind of got her there. You know, and then this episode, it's also about her. So yeah, man, big ups to Sumino, man, showing some more of that love, and we getting some more female representation as well. I'm here for it. I really am. Keza Henshin will be proud of me. but yeah. So apparently, if Otto takes her ring off, you know, her Sentai ring, if she takes it off, she goes back into a coma. So that was weird. I was like, so the coma is like, you just didn't wake up from it naturally? Is this some kind of spiritual spell kind of thing going on here? Because apparently she takes it off, you know, she goes back into, like, in a coma. So that's weird. I kind of want to figure out why that is, you know. And the whole theming of this, you know, the Garu, you know, theming of this, where we got the guys dressing up in the stuff and the girls dressing up in the stuff, and then Otto and her crew, they're sitting in a classroom teaching them about what Garu is. Apparently Garu has been around, has a Showa era, a Heisei era, and a Reiwa era now, and her and her 2 homegirls represented those 3 eras. So I'm just like, that's cool. but I feel like, you know, the main, like the whole main thing was to get Otto to remember Sumino. So Sumino is, like, really distraught throughout the episode too, because my little sister doesn't remember me and she's ignoring me. And Otto is like, you're weird, get out of my face, I don't have a sister, what are you talking about? Like, she's being sort of a bee. And you know what kind of bee I'm talking about, and I ain't talking about Buzz. You know, she's being kind of like that. It is just like, at least listen. She's not even listening to her. Like, if somebody ran up to me and was like, hey, I've been looking for you, bro, you're my brother. Or like, you know, I have 3 sisters, so I'm my only boy. But if somebody came up to me like, I'm your brother, I mean, like, I would look at you kind of weird, but I'd, like, prove it. You know, I would give it a chance at least. Like, but yeah, so she's trying to figure that out. And then we end up getting to our big climactic battle, and then the girls kind of get the guys, and the guys are wearing the Garu stuff, and they're fighting the No.1 monster, and they're kind of getting their butts kicked. And then Mashiro kind of comes in, he tries to do the Garu stuff, but he doesn't dress up. He kind of like tries to do a pose, and then like the Garu No.1 monster is like, oh, you suck. And I liked, I don't know what, but I kind of just like seeing Mashiro get knocked on his butt, and I was like, yeah, you get knocked down like everybody else has been knocked down. Yeah, because you guys know I don't like this character. I like Polar, I don't like Mashiro, if you get it. But yeah, he's doofus 2.5 to me. You know, Garud is doofus 2.1. He was here first. But yeah, so with all of that happening, you see that Sumino she makes her appearance, and she kind of accepts the whole Garu stuff, and then she dresses up, and then her and Otto kind of have like a moment, and then they team up together, and then they end up defeating the No.1 monster, and they end up saving the little girl that the No.1 monster took over. And they save the little girl, and then that's when everything's cool. We have our mech fight. We get our mech from last time with Polar and Wolf teaming up, and we get what was it Whiteburn? Yeah, it was Whiteburn. We get Whiteburn again in this episode. Take out the Gold Bell monster. Take him out. And then that's when Fire Candle shows up. And then Fire Candle comes in. He steals the ring from Otto. Otto goes back into her coma. And then, like I said beginning of the video, Fire Candle hitchens up. It turns into Shin King Red. And the episode ends there. So, yeah. Next episode, we're going to get the battle between Goju Wolf and Shin King Red Fire Candle, and maybe Fire Candle will actually beat he might actually beat old boy in this episode. I don't know. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But other than that, this episode was fine. It was cool. I like them bringing that aesthetic kind of sort of to this episode. I wasn't bored or anything in this episode, but I kind of kept getting distracted. I had to watch this episode twice, but other than that, I mean, it was fine. I'm kind of really interested in. I'm really more interested in the Otto stuff, because you basically finally found your sister, and I'm really hoping that you can get her back. I mean, they got along at the end of this episode. They were good at the end of the episode, but I want to see her remember you. I want to get that back. It's heartbreaking that your little sister doesn't remember you. I really want to get that back. But other than that, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you made it to this far in the video, thank you so much. I thoroughly do appreciate it. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And remember, as I always say, stay hitched. And yes, I know I said like, share, subscribe twice. Now I did it 3 times. What's up? Do it.